guys, welcome back to yet another video. I hope you had a great start to your week. I know I did. So I noticed a ton of confusion regarding per diem payments, what they are, how they work. So I decided to make a video explaining how we pay per diem in our company to our drivers. Hopefully it will clear a few things up. Ready? Let's go. Okay, let's start with the basics. Per diem in Latin means for each day. The IRS designed per diem for truck drivers to cover meal and incidental expenses while they're away from home. In other words, per diem reimburses you for the expenses you incur while you're traveling for work. Traditionally, when someone incurs expenses while traveling for work, what do? Well, they keep the receipts of all their expenses, present those receipts to their employer, and the employer then reimburses them for all their expenses while traveling. Now with per diem, you don't have to keep receipts because a portion of your salary includes the daily allowance for your travel expenses. And the best part is per diem allowance is not taxable.
What now?
Okay, so my favorite part of every video, as always, is the board. So let's go over how we pay per diem in our company so that you can better understand the subject. Okay, so the first thing I want to drag your attention to is the per diem rate. Currently, as of October 2021, the daily per diem rate is $69 a day. Now, 80% of this $69 per day is not subject to tax, which means $55.20 is not subject to tax. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, this is the non-taxable amount of per diem, this is the daily per diem rate. Let's look at some numbers. So let's say that you're someone who's earning 70 cents per mile and driving around 3,000 miles a week. So let's calculate the gross. So these numbers right here will be a person who is not taking advantage of per diem benefits, whereas this person right here is someone who is taking advantage of per diem benefits. So you're someone who drives 7 days straight, 3,000 miles in a week, making 70 cents per mile. Your gross income would be $2,250 in that 1 week. So no matter whether you are choosing to not participate in per diem or to participate in per diem, your gross income doesn't change because you're driving 3,000 miles in 1 week and making 70 cents per mile. But now let's look at per diem. So in this case, this person is not participating in per diem, so he gets zero here. He does not get per diem payments. But in this case, this driver is participating in per diem, and he gets paid $55.20 a day for every day that he is away from home. So multiply this by the 7 days that he was away from home, and you get $386.40 that he got in per diem payments. So now we go on to the taxable wages. How do we calculate them? Well, as I mentioned before, per diem is not subject to tax as long as you're doing 80% of the current per diem rate, which we did right here. So in this case, where the person is not doing per diem, the taxable wage is the gross income because he doesn't have any non-taxable wage. So here, the taxable wage would be $2,250.
Darn it, my marker died.
Now in this case, where the driver is participating in per diem, he earned the same gross income, but $386.40 of that income is actually not subject to tax. So what we have to do is subtract this amount from the gross income to find out the taxable wages. So here the taxable income is actually $1,863.60. So now let's look at the taxes. First, there's the Social Security tax, which is for the employee 6.2%. So here you're paying 6.2% from the taxable wage. So you're paying $139.50. Now the Medicare tax. As an employee, you're paying 1.45% on your taxable wages in Medicare tax. So you're paying $32.63. Now, I already used the payroll calculator to calculate this, so I'm not going to go into how it's calculated. But for the federal tax, you would be paying $406.79. And for the state tax, and we're going to pretend that you're based in California, you're paying $160.38. Now again, as a recap, all of these taxes are based on your taxable wages. So now let's look at the person who's participating in per diem payments. Now this person right here, their taxable wage is quite a bit less than the person who's not participating in per diem. So for Social Security tax, they're paying $115.54. In Medicare tax, they're paying $27.02. In federal tax, it's $314.05. And in state taxes, it's $120.85. So here's our breakdown. Now you might be confused a little bit. Here you're making more, yes, you're paying more taxes, but your net income should be more here than if you're participating in per diem where you get less income. Well, no, this is where it gets fun. So for the person not participating in per diem, all you have to do is take the taxable wages and subtract all of these taxes from there. So here, the taxable wages minus all of these taxes means net, the person who is not making per diem is actually making $1,510.71. This is their income. Now on this side, the taxable wages are right here, and these are all the taxes. So this minus all the taxes is $1,286.13. But you have to also add back this per diem rate that is not taxable. So you have to add back the $386.40 that are not taxable to get a grand total of $1,672.53. So do you see now, here is the person who is earning per diem payments, and this is the person who is not earning per diem payments. This person is making net about $150 more per week than the person not participating in per diem payments. Okay, so now let's go through some pros and cons of participating in per diem. So of course, the biggest positive of participating in a per diem program is the fact that you're being paid more on every paycheck than if you're not participating in per diem. However, this has to come out of somewhere. So when you are not participating in per diem, you're actually contributing more to your Social Security and Medicare than if you are participating in per diem, because your taxable wage when you're not participating in per diem is greater. So you're putting more money into Social Security and Medicare if you're not doing per diem. Now, the second issue is that you are actually reporting less income if you are doing per diem payments, because you're not reporting the stuff that's not taxed. So you might have a harder time getting mortgages, loans, credits, and so on. At the same time, lowering your income on paper can benefit you. It can lower insurance costs. It can get you some loans that you would otherwise not get. It can help you with student grants and so on. So now the big question, do we as a company benefit from paying you per diem? And the answer is absolutely.
So basically you're not doing it from the goodness of your heart, you heartless, evil human you?
I always say that a company is in the business of making and saving money, not throwing it away. And of course, we as a company are no exception. But what separates us from other companies is our transparency. So I'm going to show you exactly how we benefit from paying you per diem. So there's the Social Security tax and the Medicare tax. Now the way it works when you're an employee, you pay half of your Social Security tax, which is 6.2%, and half of your Medicare, which is 1.45%. We, as the employer, pay the other 6.2% and 1.45%. So what does that mean? That means when you are taking per diem and your taxable wages are less, you are not the only one saving money on Social Security tax and Medicare tax. We are saving the exact same amount of taxes when you take per diem. The second thing is workman's compensation. Now, if you don't know this already, workers' compensation is based on your taxable wages. So the less your taxable wages, the less we pay as an employer monthly towards workers' compensation. So that means that when you are taking per diem and your taxable wages decrease, we are paying less monthly towards workman's comp. Now you're probably wondering, does that mean I'm not covered under workman's comp? No, of course you're covered, but we're saving money on it.
Well, Now, nobody will want to work with you, Miranda. Good job.
Look, the reality is every carrier, big or small, if they are offering per diem, they are saving money. The thing is, they don't talk about it. We do. Transparency is a huge part of our company, so I wanted to make sure that you understand both sides, the positives and the negatives, and so that you don't feel like you're duped. My business partner always tells me that in business, you can cheat a person only once. After that, there is no trust. And trust, transparency, and full understanding is very, very important to us. Now, speaking of working with us, I have an announcement to make. I know you see in my videos that we're hiring Class A CDL drivers and that it starts at 65 cents per mile. So we just increased that starting pay to 70 cents per mile. Now, if you're someone who wants to work on the gross of the load, a percentage of the gross, we offer that option as well. It's 25% of the gross of the load. Some people love it, some people hate it, so the choice is up to you. We do not force one payment structure over the other. Now, we're also looking for owner-operators with their own truck, their own trailer, no authority, who want to lease on to our carrier. Now, in this case, you're completely your own boss, and we split 75-25. 75% of the gross goes to the owner-operator. We provide the IRP license plates, we provide a fuel card so you can get discounts, we dispatch you and get you awesome loads, and we basically work together. So if you know of anyone who might be interested in the owner-operator position or the company driver position, just text or call the number here. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you learned something new about per diem, and I'll see you in the next one.